Hello, this is TAW691 here once again with part 3 of my comic card collection. Okay, this series I just picked up, I think like 2 years ago. This is from 1987. This is a Wolverine set. This is all about all of Wolverine's enemies and whatnot. Then this is just like a basic series. Of course, it has classic artwork, like pulled directly from the comics. I mean, it's okay. Me being a Wolverine fanatic, I really cherish this set over some of the other ones. It's just a small series. It's 45 cards. Well, 44 with the checklist is 45. And yes, some of these cards, now you can only see the one side of these cards because they were the end of the series, but I didn't actually do this, but when you take all the cards and put them together with the backs, it makes one poster. A lot of my wacky packages and stuff are the same way. When I get to those, you'll see those. Some of them I actually had doubles and triples and whatnot, and I made some of the sets up and whatnot. But anyway, there's a lot of cards here to go through, so enough talking, or enough wasting time. Here's another set that I felt was pretty cool. They don't actually match up with the pictures. For some reason, when they number them different. So basically, you would have like a jumbled card set if you were to put all these cards together the way that they're supposed to. These do actually make pictures, but for some reason, it was one of these independent companies. I think it was Impel. And this one, I believe, is from 1989 or 90, somewhere around there. And again, this is artwork taken directly from the comics themselves. Let me see if I can adjust this. This is kind of a pain, but anyway. And of course, there's a few cards here where Wolverine makes an appearance and whatnot. They had Wolverine going after Spider-Man quite many times during the mid-80s into 90s. And of course, some of Wolverine's enemies, like Wendigo, is in here. And then there's just like some really wacky and weird cards, like this card up here. And that was another one of those smaller series. It's the McFarlane era of Spider-Man. Todd McFarlane, of course, or McFarlane or whatever. Here's another series that I didn't know existed until I just happened to walk into one of the local comic / junk shops. It was more or less more of a junk shop than anything. And I picked up this series. They're basically comic covers just made into cards. And most of these are from like, I'd say about mid-79 till about like, maybe I'd say about 1987, 88. Something like that. And then there's like a bunch of different like comic covers and whatnot. Let's see if I can move this back a little bit. There we go. Sorry about my shaky hand. And it's just really, it's really not too bad of a series. Of course, there's a couple different Wolverine books that they put in here, and then there's like the Tomb of Dracula, like the Wolverine saga, and like Punisher, and just like a bunch of other stuff. Thanos, a lot of Spider-Man stuff, and whatnot. And then, that's right, this goes into the mid-90s. This is the set that came out after the XMen cartoon series came about. And this set I also picked up along with the past set that I showed. These are really cool. This is mostly X-Men characters that were in the actual series, and some of the artwork was actually taken from a lot of the episodes and whatnot. And it kind of goes into like X-Force and whatnot. They kind of had a little bit of a crossover of X-Force during the X-Men series. I have all of the X-Men series on DVD, all 5 volumes. So I didn't get a chance to watch any of them. I mostly watched those when I was younger. And I'll get a little bit of a zoom in up on here. Actually, let me just zoom out. I can move the camera. Okay. Actually, I should just do it this way. This is 9 cards that make up the Danger Room, which is kind of cool. And that was the only one that they had of that. Really disappointed that they couldn't have done something a little bit different. And just made the whole series like that. And then here's X-Men Series 2. This one I actually obtained first. And I didn't even realize that, well, of course there was at Series 1, but I didn't realize how hard they were to get until I got Series 2. And then I just happened to find them, of course, in that junk store I was telling you about, that I had mentioned before. And these, of course, have all the same characters and whatnot as the first series. And basically it just goes through like the whole series as a whole. And then there's some cards that are these two: Wolverine, Sabretooth, Wolverine, Omega Red, Storm, Mystique. Those are pretty much just the doubles. They make like one picture. Then there's like the Sentinels, Shinobi Shaw. Of course, if you don't know who Shinobi Shaw, tongue-tied, Shinobi Shaw is a villain from the Wolverine series. Something with the ancient Japanese or something like that. And then, of course, these are pulled directly from the cartoon itself. And then here's a 99-cent card set that I picked up. Yes, it was actually. I think it might have been $5.99. But originally, when they came out, the cards, the packs were 99 cents. But $5.99 for a whole set of cards, not too bad. These are like the cartoon style of all the characters. Nothing really too big, extravagant wise and whatnot. Then these are a card set that they gave out for safety of children back in the mid-90s. They had the Marvel superheroes with, if anybody remembers, Widget, the cartoon series. And then there was like Universal Monsters, and of course, my favorite, Super Mario Brothers, and Link, well, Zelda too, and Link, Archie, and Inspector Gadget, everybody's favorite. So anyway, that is the end of episode, or should I say part 3. When I film part 4, it'll be Silver Age, and it'll go through the rest of the binder. Until next video, this is TAW691 signing off. Till next video, I'll see you.